What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I would like to give you guys some Atlanta Falcons news. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content. Hit that like button for your boy. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can donate to my Cash App, which is the $ Jew Talk Sports. And if you'd like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So I mentioned in today's Atlanta Falcons news, Atlanta Falcons head coach Arthur Smith has benched Desmond Ritter for the second time this season, and he has named Taylor Heinecke the starting quarterback for the remainder of this season. Personally, I don't think that this move makes any sense. With 3 games left remaining in the season, I would have allowed Desmond Ritter to finish out this season. The Falcons do not control their own destiny at this point. Even if we win out and go 3-0, we have to hope that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints, that they drop games. And right now, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers do hold the tiebreaker over our Atlanta Falcons. But with that being said, I really don't think that this move makes any sense at this point. I've stated this over and over and over again this season that Coach Arthur Smith isn't using common sense when he's making a lot of these decisions. We've seen Taylor Heinecke earlier this season. He went 0-2. He went 0-1 against the Vikings, 0-1 against the Arizona Cardinals. To me, with him at quarterback, the offense didn't look any better. To me, the offense actually looked more explosive personally with Desmond Ritter, because Desmond Ritter can actually use his legs to extend plays. And you also can run quarterback keepers out of the pistol with Desmond Ritter, because he's a little bit more athletic than a Taylor Heinecke. Taylor Heinecke is a guy who can escape pressure with his legs as well, but he's not a guy that you're going to call like those zone read runs for. You're not going to call a quarterback keeper for a guy in Taylor Heinecke. Now, Taylor Heinecke is a guy that can get on a hot streak. He's proven that in his career, that with the Washington Commanders, he was one of those guys that he can have big games, and he played really well against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in that playoff game a couple years ago. And he was the starter there in Washington for a couple years as well. So he is a veteran quarterback, but he also is a gunslinger. He's a guy that also will throw interceptions. He's a guy that also will fumble the football. And that's the reason that the Washington Commanders moved on from Taylor Heinecke, is because he was turnover prone, similar to Desmond Ritter. So at this point, I feel like you're basically, losing one problem to bring in another problem. I don't really feel like Taylor Heinecke solves any problems for this Atlanta Falcons offense. I don't believe that he's a better player than Desmond Ritter at this point. I just feel like Arthur Smith is making this move to save face. And I continue to say this. Arthur Smith doesn't want to swallow his pride. He has too big of an ego to just state that he was wrong, that he's made some bad play calls during the season, that he hasn't put Desmond Ritter in positions to succeed. He hasn't put Taylor Heinecke and these guys in positions to succeed. And I mentioned this in my last video as well. The players are not perfect. They haven't executed every play, but I feel like it all falls back on the head man of the team, the leader of this team, the leader of the franchise. And right now, that's currently Coach Arthur Smith. So he has to look himself in the mirror. I'm still rooting for this Atlanta Falcons team to finish strong. And I do hope that this Atlanta Falcons team somehow finds a way to get into the playoffs. But with that being said, it's not looking good right now for Coach Arthur Smith. Like I said, he's just continuing to put the target on his own back. And I feel like at this point, he's made Desmond Ritter the scapegoat of this season. I don't believe that Desmond Ritter will be back with the Atlanta Falcons next season. And personally, I don't see a point of bringing Desmond Ritter back next season with the way that this season has went, the way that he's been benched twice, and we basically just made it look like he's the reason why this Atlanta Falcons team has lost these games. At this point, if I'm Desmond Ritter, I wouldn't even want to be on this Atlanta Falcons roster, to be completely honest. But with that being said, you guys give me your thoughts on, how do you feel about this team moving forward? How do you feel about Coach Arthur Smith and the decision to bench Desmond Ritter? Personally, I just feel like this whole situation has been botched by the front office. It's been botched by Coach Arthur Smith and his coaching staff. And I really feel like this Atlanta Falcons team is very talented, but it's just a whole ugly situation at the end of the day. But with that being said, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button for your boy. I have a lot more content coming for you guys. But as always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed. Peace.